Hello and welcome to Vlad Doodle's second ever sketchbook tour. If you can hear it, my lisp is a little bit better today because I took out my tongue piercing before I started this. I have to clean it anyways, and yeah. So I just finished my. Well, actually, before we even get into that, thanks for all the love and attention, I guess, on the first sketchbook tour. I know some people were waiting genuinely for like a long time, probably years, for me to post one, and it's nice to see. Like, I got like an influx of a bunch of new followers on YouTube, which is absolutely insane. So thank you guys so much for like all the likes and comments. I wasn't expecting all of that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this one. I have another one in the making because I just finished my current sketchbook, but I decided before I post that one and film it to do this one. My lighting's a bit gloomier today because outside's a little gloomier. I just got off work, so without further ado, let's jump into it. Really quick, I think this sketchbook is a Strathmore toned gray sketchbook. Okay, so first part, I guess. I started this sketchbook in October 1st, and I ended it November 26th. So that's pretty on par for me if I'm doing decent with the sketchbook or if I have like a not that much art block. I think this was last year though. Last year, maybe the year before. I know it was more recent. And as you see, as I mentioned last time, I used to completely overrun myself with goals and stuff. So that's why I have like a 5 to 10 minimum for each one. And I think I had just gotten. I already had my Holbein gouache, but I think I just got the primary set, and so I was really excited to use it. And obviously, I started the sketchbook October 1st and ended it November 26th. So about like 2 months for the sketchbook. And this is like my little persona, and I was like, oh, let's put like a little pumpkin because, you know, it's October, it's Halloween. And my little like wax seal or wax stamp. I did add like gold to it, and I think I tried using like white and blue, which is not my usual colors I go for. I think typically I go for like a red color and I put like the gold on top, but for this one I was like, ooh, what if no? I think it also matches better. Okay, so this is I went to a movie. I saw The Nun 2, I think. I didn't really want to go, but I went because I think like my brothers were going. It was okay. It was kind of fun. It was kind of silly. It was really silly actually. I thought it was really funny. Oh, this, by the way, I didn't mention before. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not. Is my like persona. I do have like an updated version of this that I might post later. I don't actually use it at all, like at all, if not anywhere really. Maybe in like small little memes or like with myself, but for some reason I don't really use it. And I have a completely different one for my YouTube channel. It's like the bald demon thing, so I don't know. I might switch them out, but I don't know. At this point, like, all my thumbnails have been the bald guy. Anyways, there's me drawing in the sketchbook. I don't know why I drew that, but I think it's cute. And, ooh, these ones I actually really enjoy the process of. I think it was just receipt paper and then like an alcohol, like a blend, like a colorless blender marker, like alcohol marker, and a little bit of pen. So that was really cool. And my little sticker I have. I think this sketchbook I ended up using a lot of ink because, yeah, I think like the paper tone. I think it's my first time using like a tone sketchbook at all, and so or maybe my second or third time maybe, but I really wanted to get like, you know, some things down or like, you know, try some different things. And I wasn't really sure how to add color at first in this kind of sketchbook without, you know, fully painting something. And so that was a bit of a challenge. I think this was on a live stream. So the first thing I drew was salad fingers because I love salad fingers. I grew up watching it and I still watch it every once in a while. It's like a fun little thing. This was, I think it's the what's her name witch from Marvel. I forgot, Scarlet Witch. There it is. One of like the designs I was cut from the movie because someone requested it. My OC Sume. This is Rizel from Soul Reaver. It was a game that someone in the chat and like who would come to the live stream really liked, and they're like, hey, you should look into like this is like super cool, you would like love this. And we did like look into it, and like we drew the main character from it. I actually want to go back to it because it's such a cool character and such a cool like concept for a game. Random doodles again. Next up, we have more. I don't know where I got this one from, but it's really nice. Little. Okay. Ooh, more of my OC Sume. More of me, my persona. I kind of drew him a lot on this one. And here is where I actually tried to, I think, practice or like learn perspective, because I can draw perspective, but I don't actually know, like, the words, the proper terminology for perspective and things like that. And so I was trying to like understand it more, and I have a book for it now. And I do have like, and I was like looking at my book, I think, but I have a separate book just for like writing these things down and like writing down notes and like learning. So yeah, we'll look at that later. I mean, not now, but maybe in the future if I finish it. So more of that. I think at this point I did hit my first art block in the sketchbook, and so things might go a bit down. This is a sketchbook, by the way. The Strathmore tone gray paper, 112 pages and 118 GM. So paper, decent. Yeah, they said I said before, a lot of ink. Oh, I was prepping for Christmas too. I think for this one I actually started Christmas a little late, but I usually start a bit earlier. But I had already started getting, I think I had already gotten all my Christmas gifts already, but I was like trying to get the last small things. So it was like getting a painting frame that I had painted for someone. Like it was like a giant painting. Getting more wrapping paper, tissue paper, I was like ordering shoes for my brother, getting some, figuring out which shoes I wanted to get him, if I wanted to get which ones or whatever. Have like a tradition where every year I'll buy him like a new pair of like Vans shoes or something. And so, yeah. I don't know. Who knows? This year we might, mix it up, change it up. Ooh, I did some redrawings actually, of some of this stuff. Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't know why I asked for a second. That was like, that was no time to you guys. But I got up and got my sketchbook so I can show you. This is one of my characters. His name is Beetle. He's like this cool, like futuristic guy. I don't know. He's kind of like does things like a little superhero, or not really superhero. I don't know. He's just a guy doing things. And he turns into this like creature after he dies. He's like, his body is like used for like a weapon or something. I don't know. He's really interesting. And I think a few nights ago, actually, on live stream, I went through and I did a bunch of like drawings of him again, and I even redid this just to like, I don't know, just to see if I could. Per usual, no reference picture or anything, but I think it's, I don't know, it's cleaner. Like, I feel like I did improve a bit. Again, I don't really draw backgrounds, I don't really use reference for things, but I think it went pretty crazy. I was a little proud of myself for a second. I love my little 30-year-old man. Oh, then here's more concepts of other possible, like, cyborgs and stuff like that. Oh, here's another OC. My cat is on the table. Here's another OC that I have, and his name is Milk. I love him. He is very cool. Oh, actually, he's a very popular character, I think. Not a popular exactly character that I have, but I have a lot of people who come from older live streams who come just to request seeing him, and they'll be like, draw Milk, where's Milk? And so oftentimes I will forget that he's a character that I have, and people will remind me, and I draw him out. He's very cool. I haven't really drawn him like this scary in a while, but I might do it again. I think he's a really fun concept. Other character stuff, kind of interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of these were at work, and so I think I was like just at the podium, like on security, just kind of doodling away because I had nothing better to do at the time. Okay, a lot going on here. A lot more just random doodles and stuff. I think I was still at work for a lot of these. I think I kind of put these on afterwards, maybe. I think I had something else underneath this that I ended up not liking and I covered up. But these ones were also at work, I believe. And yeah, very interesting. I think it's cool to like see how my lines have like developed over time, you know? I think they're a lot scratchier somehow, if that makes any sense. Like they I don't know, I do lines the same way, but like they just feel sharper and like I don't know how to explain it. They look different, even if it's like the same way that I do them, you know? More sketches and more everything. Oh, actually, this I had ended up using for. Oh, okay, so this is my OC Sume again, and it's him as a kid. I think this one I had ended up rendering actually, for like an OC thing, and I think at the time it did like, for at least for me when I was when I posted it, it got like a decent amount of like likes and everything. A lot of people ended up enjoying it and enjoying the speed paint for it, which I thought was insane. That was crazy. Um, and yeah, just like backstory, early life of my OC. I don't really draw him when he was like a kid, you know, like these little flashbacks a lot. But it is nice to see him happy. And then here he is again. Also, these are a bit earlier designs. He does change. He is a little bit different now. I feel like he's a little bit more scary than he was before. And it honestly fits better, but I still really love these like little sketches. Like him in the rain, him like, you know, being a loner at school, and then oh, my cat's yelling in the background. If it seems like I'm rushing, I probably am. I'm very tired. Like I just said, I got off of work a little bit ago, and so I am ready to go to sleep and take a nap and maybe eat some food. So we have more random sketches and everything like this. I really enjoy using these like yellow sticky notes. I think I stopped using them for a second because I had ran out of that color, or was running out, and so I got scared. I was like, I can't waste these ones. I love these ones. But here's Sume, my OC Chuck. I don't draw them enough together, but I talk about them being together a lot. They're like in love. I mean, they would be in love in a perfect world. As I say, as I'm the creator, but you know, I do what I want. I tried drawing Sume like in gear because, I mean, I was trying to experiment with him like with weapons and gear or whatever, because I'm like, oh, it's part of like a thing he does and stuff like that. He's like kind of like the, I don't know, he's like the first, I don't know how to explain it. Like he's like a soldier basically, and I thought of like, oh, like what weapons and stuff would he use? And the more I thought about it, like now it's been a while, so I've completely thought it through, and I just decided, you know, he's already like almost 8 feet tall. He's huge. Like he has a few advantages. It's like he doesn't really need all. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. He doesn't really need all the extra armor and whatever. Like he is fine by himself. Like he's going through people. It's very scary. I think now I just have him with like a knife or something kind of small, because he has bad or poor eyesight, and so it makes the most sense. Also because of his ability, like his face or whatever, and like his natural strength. It's like he doesn't need guns. Also, it doesn't make any sense for guns to be a thing. And you know, we'll get into all the OC stuff and world building later. Okay. Random doodles, random characters, a lot of random stuff going on here. I think I also ended up turning these two. I had to combine them into one digital art piece. I posted that one a while ago. I think it was interesting. I had learned a lot, I think. Ooh, I tried every single year without fail. Something new will come up. Usually it's either Inktober, OCtober, or it's, what is the one with the, like, art fight? Yeah, I think it's art fight. And every single time I end up not doing that thing. Or, like, I'll start really, really strong, and I'm just not doing it. I think, so I think it was for daily life I had ended up doing. So for daily life, I had taken these ones, right? I had sketches individually, and I had went and had actually rendered all of these separately and like made like a little webtoon for that one day, and I posted it, and then I never looked at this again, and I never did anything else again. And so early life actually, or introduction to early life, I think. Oh, introduction I did and posted. It was like, I think I did like a really easy, not even like a fully like thorough, but it was like a super easy like little OC sheet, I think. And then early life was what I showed earlier, where it was like his backstory, or not really his backstory, but like him like as a kid, like doing things or whatever. And so I posted that one, and then I had never looked at this again. And I have I thought of everything though. I remember going through it, all of this, and like really thinking hard about like his lore and like his backstory and favorite food, weapons of choice, turning points, alternate universes, blah blah blah. And for some reason, I just never drew them. Yeah, random things. I don't remember what that's for anymore. More sketches. I think it was really cute. I like that. I think at this time I was rewatching, or I had just finished watching, what was it? I'm looking at it. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm looking at it. It was Adventure Time. It was, Fiona and Cake, I think, had come out, and, yeah, and they had watched it later than everyone else. Ooh, then I got a bunch of these cool stamps, and I should use this one more often. It would be super cute. But I was just trying to try them out, see what I liked. Random little link doodle. I don't even know why I put that on there, honestly. I don't know that was a thing. But it was. Octopus. Ooh, I was hanging out with my friends, and we're doodling on a piece of paper because we're playing a game. And I think this is the name of the game. We're not really strangers. It was like one of those kind of really personal, sentimental games, and we're all kind of playing and going around and talking. And it was really nice, actually. And rest of it is just more doodles, more whatever. I think there's like, this is full of something. I don't know what it's full of though. Random drawings. Ooh, my OC Cassie. Love her. I don't draw her enough, I don't think. I draw, like, I draw her enough to give her redesigns when I want to or need to. And I do think about her a lot, but for some reason I just don't draw her enough. This is me when I first had attempted to, like, nail down and learn color, but then I was like, oh, I can't do it in this sketchbook because, it's toned. It's a toned sketchbook. And so I had used, like, literal, like, printer paper, and I was like, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. And I think these aren't even watercolors, by the way. These are markers. These are markers that I put on there, and I got a little brush, dipped it in water, and then to do that. And so the paper's like peeling and messed up, and I'm pretty sure I had messed this up in some way. Like I had added a different color or something, or I took out a color on accident. And so I got really upset and I started over a few times, and I think it happened on stream, and I think this is the wrong I think it's not set up correctly. I think I looked at the wrong color wheel, and very late, as I was like finishing up, someone in chat during a live stream had called it out, and I was like, oh my god. And my life was ruined at that point. But I kept it in here because it was hard work, and I spent forever on it. More doodles, more whatevers. A lot of nothing. A lot of nothing's going on. Ooh. Yeah, I think this was just like... Okay, so... This looks like it makes no sense. It really doesn't. Because I'm not sure if everyone else does this, or if it's like a me thing, or if it's like a neurodivergent thing. But every once in a while, I'll have like a new special interest, or like even not a special interest. It'll be something I come across. Like, I've always been like a super curious kid, and like I always ask a lot of questions. And now that I have like access to the internet, if I have a question, I immediately like go and like find the answer, and I'll sit there like for however long that I need to for me to be like, oh, I am satisfied and I have enough knowledge about this thing now. And so for a while, it was just like quantum physics and quantum mechanics. I don't know why. It was like out of the blue. I was just like, I like physics. Time? How does that work? And I had found like this podcast. I forgot what it was called, but it's like, it was really bad quality because it's just a bunch of random professors and scientists in a chat, or like in like a Zoom call. You can like hear someone like driving in the background and stuff, just talking about quantum physics and quantum mechanics and theories and stuff like that. And it's super, I don't know, it's super nerdy stuff, I will admit. Like that's something, I'm not telling everyone about that, okay? Yeah, and I think I still have nerdy interests. My current nerdy interest are the brain organoids. And if you know what's going on in the brain organoid community, you are also currently very upset about the treatment. I will leave it at that. Ooh, some more sketches. So I've had a lot of art block, as you saw. Like, I haven't really been drawing a lot at this point. And so something I'll do when I have a lot of art block is that I won't draw the traditional way of like using like a pencil or like drawing silhouette, or not drawing silhouette, but like drawing like, you know, like a base. But I'll go in with like a silhouette using like a marker or using like paint or something, and I'll go on top of it and I'll chisel things out. And so that's what I was doing. I think these were some kind of like hard wax, like charcoal kind of pencils, and these ones were like pen or something that I had. More random, like trying to get out of art block kind of drawings and stuff like that. And I'm still going on about quantum mechanics and physics, or no, I think this is just me specifying it. So it's like physics is like broad, theoretical, mechanics is more specific and mathematical, blah blah blah, and then going into particles and atomic whatever, and scale and shit like that. Every once in a while, I'll just like whip out a background, and I still do that even in my current sketchbooks that I showed you earlier. I'll just like whip out a random background because I'm like, oh, I have to get better at backgrounds, I have to learn backgrounds, but I'm not gonna sit there and like just do backgrounds constantly, and so I'll just think about doing them, and I'll be like, I have enough information, and I'll put something down, and then I'll like compare to see if I've improved, and that's like the most I'll do. It's a really bad habit, and I should not do that, but, you know, we've all. I think I was doing the Punnett Square or something was going on here. More of these sketches and doodles. This one's really nice. It's nice. Like the colors and the shapes and the shadings. Really nice on that one. How? I don't know. More of these. Ooh, these ones had ended up being a... It actually had ended up being a, what's it called? Like a digital art piece I had never ended up finishing. I had ended up just scrapping it. I didn't end up scrapping it, but I was like painting it, and then it was taking a long time. It's by the way, it's Hunt and Abadir, Marceline's dad, because I was like, I love this guy so much. He's great. I want to be him so bad. He's so silly, so goofy. Give me his shoes. Give me the suit. Give me the hair. But also let him kiss me. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, he just, I don't know what happened. I think I had started painting it, and then it took so long between each session of like trying to paint this thing digitally that I gave up. And by the time I wanted to go back to it, my style of painting had changed completely. I might go back to it again and just like restart and use the original like half whip as a reference, but yeah. I don't know, random things going on. I do like these silly like, little faces, though. Like, these look really fun. Random proportions. Still, again, drawing random, like, bikes and motorcycles from memory. I don't know why. It's an earring, I think. Art block does silly things to you. As per usual, I love fighting, so I gotta have at least one boxing pose in here. Or, like, kickboxing pose. Some victory poses, and then... I don't know, they're just doing whatever. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, again, a lot of these I think, so I think we're at our grandma's house, and we're kind of like waiting for our dad to finish up with something, and he was our ride home, and so I had a brush marker, or had two like brush markers, and I had like a orange marker, and so I think we were just like putting random like circles down, or like someone was doing like a sketch, and then another person had to do the line art for it, or give us like random shapes. And so a lot of these, like these ones my brother had did the line art for, and these ones I had did the line art for. I love this one, like this screaming Freddy Fazbear pillow thing. It has not aged. It's so fun. Same thing on here. So, and then I switched markers at this point, I think, because it was running out of juice, the orange one I was using, and I was like, oh, this color is so nice. It's like this kind of grapefruit looking color. More art block sketches of me trying to use that color again. Random little sketches. I think at this point I tried to do some black and white stuff. I always try, but I'm really bad at it, and ended up kind of weird. random faces, what I'm good at. Oh, me taking notes, I think, or I was going to, about... Yeah, our block is crazy. I think it was about... I was going to do... I don't know. I'll take random notes about random things I want to do. So, like, I heard, like, a random tip from, like, a random, like, artist or, like, comic artist who, like, said something about comic making or, like, building tension or something. So I was like, write that down! Write that down! So, yeah. Milk over here. Carrie's doing whatever. Other than me, little self-portraits of me. I think at this point I just got my tongue pierced, and so I was super excited, and I was like, I gotta draw characters with tongue piercings, and I draw my little persona with tongue piercing because I was like, look at me, I'm so cool. Oh, this is actually really funny. So these were also at work, I think, and I was just kind of drawing whatever, but I was like, I really want to do like mini comics, just like kind of draw more comic stuff, and so I did that. I like drew a random character, and then I like drew my persona like interacting with that character. And so I think what happened is that I was really mad at work, and so I basically was just like venting to one of my made up characters about like the customers being rude in the store, and then I just kind of like rest of this were like doodles. I think, yeah, it's also this kind of small stuff. I had wanted to go back to this, but I never did because I'm lazy. Oh, these were more practice. I think I want to do these more often, but basically I was just trying to, I don't know, I was trying to just like kind of flesh out like backgrounds or like silhouette and color and stuff like that, or like with like 2 or 3 colors, and see if I can make them look interesting, or like kind of get the point across of what they are. This one did not really land because I don't even know what this is anymore. I don't know what's going on here. This one looks kind of cool. I think this one looks really nice. These two, but iffy, but not what's going on there. Random Pokemon cards, I guess. Ooh, this was me again, once more. Like, the last few pages have been me deciding, like, I want to make a short comic, and then starting it again, and then not finishing it once again. It's a pattern. Like, I will plan out entire comics, and then I will not do them. I think it's actually the same plan from the sketchbook tour from previous. I think the previous sketchbook was the one that came after this one, so I did go back eventually and like look at the same plan and mess with that, but you know, I ended up not doing it. Yeah, so more ideas for different things. I don't know what I spilled here. Some kind of water or something. My evil OC Evo, Sume, Chuck, Casey, Cassie. I love them. Funny. Random doodles, random sketches. Ooh, I was trying to create a tramp stamp tattoo for myself because I kind of want one. I have ideas for tattoos in the future. But I don't know, I never went back to it. I don't know why. Making more short comics, but it's like 2 of my characters, like, just interacting. I think could start off with just this random sketch, and I was like, what if I add on to it? Wouldn't that be funny? And so it's like, what a freak. It's like so much worse than me, like staring at like some random person who's like dressed kind of weird, I guess, like dressed like emo or whatever, like alternative. And it's like you're literally naked in a Walmart. And it's just like silence. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be funny. I think I might do more of these. I think they're not very funny to other people, but they're funny to me. I think. Oh, wait, let me go back and read the other one actually, because I think it was kind of funny. So it was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? These fucking customers, man. Prissy little dicks think don't think they own the store. Look at these customers, always right, so I can be insufferable, blah, 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 blah. Because I yap, and I yap, and I love to yap, and I'm yapping right now. I don't know, I think they're funny. I make it for myself. Like, I think they're stress relieving, so I enjoy them. Ooh, and here was a full, like, animation or animatic I had planned for a Q&A about my OC Sume that I spent a long time on, an animated part of, and then never posted. So that's where we are with life. I just never posted that. I haven't even went back to it. I think I do want to make a Q&A in the future, especially about my OCs and my characters, but for now we'll leave it at this. but yeah, it was in the making. So at this point, I got really blue out of nowhere, I guess, as you know, using all blue. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's for my record player. Random little sketches, random little things. We're coming towards the end, so not much going on, I think, at this point. Yeah. I think its face is kind of silly. Oh, this was a little, like, moisturizer, like, hand cream that was given to me by my brother's girlfriend, and she's super sweet, and I was like, this is so cool. And so I just have that. I don't know where it is at this point. It's in a bag somewhere, but it smelled pretty good. It worked. It was nice. Random, more sketches. Give my notes for myself. Draw more backgrounds. Or more characters in backgrounds. More sketches and stuff like that. Like, towards the end of sketchbooks, again, I always kind of fall off a little bit. I always kind of do whatever because I don't know, I just lose motivation at the end of sketchbooks. I'm like, I'm ready for the next one. So, more random sketches and whatever. I think this one's surprisingly interesting to me. This one, I don't know, JoJo-ass pose right here. And then this is like a fully, I don't know. It was just like gouache, and I just sat there, I guess, and did this for some reason. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure this was my old, like, Himi gouache set, too. And so I whipped it out for, like, it was, like, the first time me using it for, like, years. And I was like, oh, let me use a super old, gross palette. Because I had got it from an art teacher who just, like, I don't know, I think they got Himi gouache for my art class, but the art students did not care about it, and so they really messed it up. And I was like, you know what, I'll take it. Some of these pre-mixed colors, or not pre-mixed, like, some of the colors they messed up are kind of nice, and I can make it work. And so that's what I did. I took it, and I used it. And I made this, and it's really fun. My OC Evo, being a little freak. Characters, doing character things. I don't know. I don't know, it's so weird looking at these, because these were, like, what, a few months ago? And even looking at these, it's like, my art style has changed a bit, or, like, I've improved a bit, you know, like, constructing bodies and drawing bodies and stuff like that. I do like these really expressive faces. I feel like I should draw more of these silly, goofy-ass faces. They are really fun to draw. More planning. I think these ones weren't actually for, like, the sketches or whatever, like the panels. I think part of it was panels, but I think the main thing I wanted to get through for this was, like, a cover page. Because anytime I think about doing a comic, and I'm doing a comic or whatever, I'm like, oh, I need a cover page. And I can never think of a cover page. So yeah, I was looking at that, like, a possible cover page. I don't know. I don't know why I drew this. Live reaction. I don't know what's underneath here. I'm not gonna move that because I don't know. It's gonna be mystery. This is kind of fun. I think I had just gotten. I think I had it for a while. I used it in the beginning of the sketchbook, but I have like this. Hold on, let me bring it up over here. I just got in this one, and so I was really like hesitant to use it. And I don't really know how to properly use it yet, and so I can only really get thick lines at the moment. But, you know, now I know to use it, and I do use it more often, to the point where I desperately need to buy a new one soon. So, random character that I finished. I love, like, doing hair like that. It's so fun. It's really relaxing. I don't know, people chilling, people interacting, people doing their thing. I wish that was me, living a good life. Not much else going on. Ooh. More random sketches and random things or whatever. This one, I think, was my Holbein gouaches I was, like, experimenting with and saying. And I remember I had drew this, like, it was like a little doodle or whatever. The sketch was a lot cooler and, like, more anatomically correct, but it ended up being a little different because when I was painting, I was, like, painting, like, on a slope or, like, an angle like this. And so everything ended up looking a little weirder than it should have at the end. And I remember when I posted this one, it was like a random thing. It had ended up getting a lot of like views and likes on TikTok for some reason. And I was like, okay, whatever. But I remember in the comments there was like an artist I really liked, and like I think I still follow him too. But basically what happened is that some random person was like, oh, or basically they accused me of like stealing someone's like OC. And like, mind you, this is like out the noggin or whatever. And I was like confused. And I was like, huh? And they even went as far as to tagging that person, which I followed, right? And so they went, and that person like the artists, like big artists didn't come in and be like, oh yeah, it's my. They came in, they were like, there are other like characters with, you know, slick back hair, and they're like, these two characters look nothing alike. They have different skin colors, different eye colors, different earrings. Like, my character's a blonde. Like, they basically ate them up in the comments, and then the other person who like commented all this stuff or whatever was like trying to backtrack so hard. And yeah, I will never forget that. Like, that was actually like the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, wow, that was interesting. Like, rarely it happens, but sometimes the art community really comes in clutch. Like, that was great. I think the most annoying comment I got though was like people like getting upset by like the proportions, and I'm like, sure, it didn't end up as good as a sketch, you know what I mean? But I'm like, people still look like people. I'm like, she still looks pretty. Like, I don't know what your problem is. Whatever. I don't know what's going on with this. A lot of writing, a lot of sketching, random things. I think at this point, I'm losing my mind, probably. So, I think someone asked me to draw Gojo again. Oh my god. What are you yelling at me for? My cat's yelling at me in the background. That's what's going on. I don't know. These people are looking pretty devious. I don't know what's happening here. This guy's pretty funny too. I don't know what's going on here. They are cute though. They are cute. I love these. This is my favorite Taki flavor in the world, and it only comes out during Halloween. And every Halloween, I try to buy them in bulk, but I always end up eating them before the month's even over. They are so good. They are habanero cucumber flavor, and they're so much better than you think. And like, I don't like habanero regularly. Like, habanero like flavor things are like gross. I don't like regular habanero peppers. You know, I like the spice, but the flavor to me is off. But for these, they're so fucking good. And there's like this little hint of like lime sourness. Ooh. I can eat these for a million years. They're so good. And it's like the only Taki flavor that I go out of my way to get. Like, I don't even eat Takis like that, but when these come out, it's like a werewolf rips out of my body and runs to the nearest like Walmart. And all I'm doing is it's like 2020 all over again with toilet paper, but it's like with these fucking chips because they're so good. Yum. Yum. More of that color stuff I did earlier in the previous page of me trying to like, you know, figure out things. I think I had ended up using one of these actually. I think I ended up using this one, or I tried to for a like digital thing, but ended up not finishing it because I'm me and I don't finish anything. Random sketching, random doodles. This one's actually really interesting. I think I might go back to that. But that was like an animation idea. I don't know what this was. Like, I did a single frame and I was like, yep, animation. You know what to do. Which I do, I think, but crazy for me to just have so much blind faith in myself. Next up, more random sketches and doodles. The white hair looks pretty cool though, we'll say that. Lots of bodies, I think, at this point. When in doubt, practice. These look kind of silly. Oh, I think this was my brother again, and so we're making more shapes. I don't know what was going on with his, but I did a silly little basketball guy. This creature, I don't know. I honestly love this creature. I might bring it back as like a regular character because it's so goofy looking. And then the guy is like falling. And a banana, you know, because evil banana. Then nothing. Then random characters, stuff like that again, because they're giving us random shapes. And I don't know what he wrote there. Oh, okay, so this one was actually really fun. So it was the same concept as the other ones that we did sketches for each other, but for this one, we ended up making a comic, but we tried keeping the theme consistent, and so I don't know. I don't know what really happened here. I guess I made a character that's like bullying his character, and I don't know. Silly guy. Silly guy. One day we might go back to it and do something else, you know. If it gets really popular, we might add a second volume, you know. Um, ooh, more of those art block sketches, but with these ones I did two colors instead of one, you know, got a little crazy, experimental with it. I think that this one, I don't know, these kind of actually look kind of really cool. They do look really cool. You know? This concept's pretty chill. Maybe in the future. Oh, actually, no. I did use this concept for something. I did like an entire bar scene. Never finished that art piece, though. Never finished it. Might go back to it one day. It's been probably a year or something, but, you know, maybe one day. Or not a year, but like it's been months. It's been a long time. Cool. Oh, okay, so this makes no sense, but I had really wanted to get a, like a star tongue piercing jewelry, and there's one on Amazon looked really cool, which for one, you should not ever buy jewelry from Amazon really, but I was like, I want this so bad and I can't find it in any store like piercer shop near me. So Amazon, last resort, I'll find it. I found one. It looks so cool, and like it was like a big star like tip of the tongue or whatever. I was like, cool, it's so fucking cool. I get it, I buy it, it comes to my house, and it is like so tiny. It is not what I ordered at all, and it was just really sad. It was really sad. I got really upset. Oh, these are like concepts for art pieces I wanted to do. And yeah. And then ended up never doing most of these. So, the usual. Bird and a scythe. Flamingo with shoes and a scythe. Ooh, more of my OC Sume. He loves cats. He's a cat guy. Cats don't like him, really, because he's giant and scary. Yeah. More random things. Characters. Cheese. Oh, yeah. So the reason, like, all squiggles is because, especially in this form, he can't really speak because of, you know, his mouth is, like, I don't know, it's, like, underneath the ulcer or whatever, but it's just, like, teeth, right? It's, like, his skull is, like, exposed, basically. And so it's all kind of like mumble jumbo when he speaks like mumbling, and it's kind of like weird sloshing and swallowing, and it's kind of just gross to hear him speak. And so he doesn't, in that form, usually he just uses like sign language or whatever if he can, if he does speak at all or try to. And random robot or mech or something is really cool. This one, he's just so cute. I love this one. Oh, this was the original idea for the painting I did for the last sketchbook. That was like, this was the first ever sketch of that one, and I do like the style a lot more. I think it's really cute, but I kind of ended up liking the last one. And so this was me planning, I think, for getting all those paints and figuring out what I wanted. So it was like earth tones with green and yellow, and yeah, the reds and stuff like that, and all my notes for it. And then me trying to figure out like the color washes I wanted to do, and you know, what else, whatever. Oh, and then last page, and so random character, and then hit him with a goodbye. That's kind of it. Not sure if anything, yeah. Oh, and this was me trying to figure out something for one of my OCs. This is for Evo, and like his force rod or whatever. And then here was a random night, I guess. November 26th, that's when I ended it. At 5 a.m. on a Sunday, because I don't sleep. I think 2 pages were cut, but I think I had used them for something else. I think I had given them to someone, so they weren't wasted, but I didn't get to use them because they were given to someone in need who needed paper. There we go, and that's this sketchbook tour. Hopefully next sketchbook tour won't be as fast and rushed and whatever, because here's the next sketchbook that we're gonna work on. I'm very excited, and I think I want to try to shoot for Wednesday. I have an eye appointment on that day, but I'm gonna try to shoot for Wednesday, maybe Wednesday morning when there's nice sunlight, and hopefully I'm not tired. I might drink some coffee or something. So once again, thanks for all the love and new followers on the last video. I'm not really sure what to do to improve these kind of videos because I'm me and I'm very awkward. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far, comment your favorite things below, I guess, from the sketchbook, or would you like to see any questions or concerns you might have, and See you later. Bye.